So one time I was being interviewed by a paparazzi and I almost exposed my crush on video by accident. Like I literally almost leaked all my chats with that person on camera while giving an interview. So yeah. So this is back when I was dating online for the first time. I don't usually go deep into these stories, but today I'm gonna go a little into my past. I had this crush. Basically, it was like the first person I think I ever really talked to, which honestly that feels like a lie now that I'm saying it, because I'm pretty sure there's been more people, but I definitely feel like that was one of the first people I talked to. Technically one of my first boyfriends, but it was online, so not that serious. But at the time, of course, I probably thought I was in love, but obviously like this is a long time, and this is like probably like 4 or 5 years ago at this point. But yeah, so this goes back to my paparazzi days. Before I actually started working for the paparazzi, I used to be interviewed by the paparazzi. I have multiple interviews. I look a little different and funky back then, that's a fact. But you can like look back, and I remember the specific story because this was back in 2021 during the Gavin Magnus days. We were in the pandemic. I think I was wearing a mask for this, so this is actually insane. But like, I remember I had been talking to this person around the time of all this going on. I was giving an interview with several other friends on the Hollywood Fix, and this was like basically him asking us about a lot of different questions. By the way, you can see this video if you want to go see it. It's still on the internet, so you can go check it out. I look completely different than I do now, but it's still there. They were giving an interview, he was asking us questions, and like long story short, basically they asked me about Gavin Magnus, which was the person I did a video with at the time. It was like a phase where like I was being paired up with his group a lot because, you know, we did like a skit together. We did a skit together and it was very popular. So everyone wanted to know about like me and him, and like, you know, obviously not like relationship wise. Like I don't think I'm explaining this that well, but you know what I mean. Like basically they were asking me questions about Gavin. Gavin's a big YouTuber, and they had asked me about Gavin because he had recently snapped me. And I had thought like, oh, okay, well I actually do have snaps from Gavin just to show something, you know, which is something I honestly kind of regret doing now. But like looking in the moment, I wanted to show like, oh, I was talking to Gavin on Snap because I had mentioned it, so I was like, might as well show it, you know what I mean? And I think that day I may have gotten in an argument with my crush or that person that I was talking to. We were like dating, it was like low-key, it wasn't like anything major, but I just remember like that I hadn't responded to them for a while, so I'm pretty sure they were like spam messaging me. Not the first time people's done that to me, but yeah, they were definitely spam messaging me during the middle of the interview. And so when I pulled out my phone to show the interviewer like the chats with Gavin, I started going through it and I accidentally almost clicked on my crush's chat. I wasn't like that big at the time. I still don't think I'm that big right now when it comes to popularity, so people probably wouldn't have gave a to begin with. But you know what I mean, like at the time though, there were people that definitely like were interested in like my love life or whatever, this and that, as if I even had one at the time. Kind of did, but not really. That was around the time I had my first boyfriend, but I definitely had one. Okay, now I'm starting to make myself look bad, but you know what I mean. Like I had one that was like the first one, and I remember like we were kind of getting into like arguments. I don't fully remember. It wasn't arguments. It was just like he wanted to know what was going on, I guess, and in a respectful way. And I showed my phone and I almost clicked on the chat. Not so good. I just remember that when I pulled out my phone, I low-key had like a split heart attack when I almost clicked it. I was like, damn, like, and then I went down and I was like, okay, yeah, Gavin. And then I showed everyone like, you know, oh, I'm talking to Gavin Magnus. And I think it's funny to almost expose myself. Thankfully at the time, I don't think anyone really noticed that. By the way, people didn't even know I was gay at the time. Still a lot of people don't know I'm gay, but you know, I made a video on that, so you can check that out. I remember if I had hit that, everyone would have been like, oh damn, yeah. They would have seen a lot, like a lot. That was because I'm pretty sure like I had like hearts next to the person, and so like I almost tapped that, and I'm pretty sure, like I'm telling you right now, if I had hit that, instantly exposed. Like it would have been very clear. And like there were a lot of people that I was friends with, and even big influencers and creators who didn't know I was gay. So like if I had hit that and they had seen all that, it would have definitely like exposed me, because a lot of people watched that video, and a lot of my friends and even family I think watched that video. So yeah. And I would have exposed myself to the entire internet. That's one of the few times I've definitely exposed myself almost, but there's been worse, so I have a lot more storytelling for that. So yeah, I basically almost leaked my crush to the paparazzi and everybody online. honestly, looking back at it, it's kind of funny, but at the time I definitely thought that that was like, yeah, my life is over type stuff. You know what I mean? Like I thought like my career, yeah, like not my career, but you know what I mean? Like, because at the time I wasn't trying to do all that. Like obviously now I'm openly, I mean it's 5 years later, I'm openly talking about my relationships. And I plan to do more content like this. But I just thought it was funny. I was like, but yeah, if you've ever exposed yourself in public, drop down comments below. So drop it down below so I don't feel alone because mine was not even that bad. I have a lot worse, but I just wanted to like tell small, shorter stories before I get into the real deep ones as time goes on. But yeah, that's it for me today. Don't forget, new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I had to post on Wednesday today instead because I had some issues with my editing software and my camera. So, but I'm back now. Yep, and don't forget to like, subscribe, put more comments down below on what you want to see from me in terms of storytelling and Hollywood vlogs and my life story. Hey, let me know. But yeah, other than that, I'll see y'all in the next video. Cap Squad, peace!